Welcome to the Fit of Father Average Cyclist. It's another cold Saturday morning. It's probably about 1 or 2 degrees, so I've actually put another base layer on top this morning just to get out and about. So this week's been a bit of a busy week, very busy with work. Launched a veterans campaign on Tuesday to support service leavers and veterans coming into work, but I've still managed to get 6 rides in of about 75 kilometers, 2 strength workouts and a 532 meter sea swim, which is quite an average week. Food is still shocking, and average rest and heart rate for the week is 45 beats per minute, so really happy with that. But this morning we're heading out for about 25 miles, which should be quite fun. The roads look quite dry, certainly don't look as slippery as last week. Excuse the traffic going past. Today's video, well, that's going to be something on finding friends while cycling. Finding friends while cycling is quite a tough thing to do, especially for me. I'm quite introverted. Even speaking on the camera is quite tough. I'm sort of aware of people around me and sort of what they may be thinking rather than just cracking on with it myself. So it's quite a big thing for me, something I put off. Cycled on my own for 7 or 8 years, just getting out and about. Wasn't really until after COVID that I started cycling with other people. So yeah, it's quite a tough thing, especially when you have imposter syndrome, and imposter syndrome can be a massive barrier to doing anything. It can certainly put you off. If I reflect on when I started cold water swimming, I had this view of what all the cold water swimmers would look like, and yes, they do look like that, but I had a view in my head of what they would be like. Would they be welcoming? So I actually sat in my car. I'd arranged to join this group of cold water swimmers who I'd never met before. The night before I almost bailed. The morning before I got in my car I almost bailed. And I actually sat in my car at the top of Devil's Point car park thinking I shouldn't be going. So I went, got in the water, didn't really speak to anyone, swam about 300 meters, and then got dressed and pretty much ran away like a little schoolboy. It wasn't until the following week, when I got invited to stay for coffee after, that I realised that it was actually a good group of friends, and well, a good group of people as such, because they weren't my friends yet, and we were all very like-minded. It was just that in my head I'd built up a number of barriers, that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't fit enough, a number of excuses as you were as to why I shouldn't cold water swim, and that falls into cycling. Certainly over the last couple of years, you hold people on pedestals when you see some of their Strava times, and when they invite you out for a ride, you're like, nah, it's okay, thanks. It's okay, thanks. Mid-ride, up the cycle path. Lovely. It's cold though, just like last week, but it's lighter. We can see Damien today. So my imposter syndrome manifests itself in everything I do, and cycling is one of the areas that's done it. I've put off many a ride because I've not felt good enough. Sorry, had to swap hands. I put off many a ride because I didn't feel good enough, or I didn't feel fit enough, or I was just making excuses. The reality of it is, people will wait. The people you meet will wait. I also get my imposter syndrome at work, thinking I'm not good enough. Why do I deserve to be here? It's all about questions. I always question myself, and it becomes quite tiring. You actually end up thinking, leaving an event, wow, I'm absolutely physically tired. I'm struggling a bit, a little bit of uphill, probably in the wrong gear as well. I'll bring you into the camera a minute. have this cycle path across Plymouth and up to the opening of Dartmoor. When I think back to Imposter Syndrome, I've probably missed out on a lot over the years. It's probably held me back, but being aware of it is key. Long swims, such as the River Dart 10k, I haven't done it because I haven't felt that I could when I know I could. Lots of things, but now I'm aware of it and I say yes more. I say yes more to the things I want to do and no to the things I don't want to do, because I always had a habit of saying yes to things that I didn't want to do to try and please people. So it's been a bit of a journey, but the imposter syndrome, it is pretty shit. It doesn't go away, it sort of lurks in the background ready to shout surprise. This is quite a nice road. The imposter syndrome also came up with YouTube. I put off doing a video 18 months, was talking about it but never got round to it. Was worried about what other people would think, that I'd be an imposter. It's even now cycling along with someone else talking to the camera. I wouldn't have done that a few months ago. Been worrying what he's thinking. He's probably thinking I'm a dick, but who knows. This is nice. It is cold. We're on 23 miles, just on the homeward stretch, so we should come in about 26 miles, which will be really nice. That was chilly. The ride's coming in at 27 miles, so home safe. Really good ride, good route, following basically the outskirts of Plymouth. Really enjoyable, decent to be out with Damien, but more of a social ride. Don't know what the average speed was, but it was just social, chat, film a couple of videos, and just enjoy ourselves with a bit of a giggle, some speed. You can hear the wood pigeons. It's nice to be home. The sun's coming up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and got the rest of the day ahead of me. So there's a bit of food shopping, a bit of DIY, and then so father-son time. Maybe back out on the bike, but I don't know. So we'll see. Next week I'm going to start getting a bit more accountable with my food. The training's where it needs to be and I'm happy with it. A bit more mobility wouldn't hurt, but I'm going to start tracking my weight. So I'm going to start putting myself out there into an area of discomfort, and filming my weigh-ins tough, and it'll really challenge me, but I need to get accountable, and here I go. So I'll catch you next week. Cheers.